Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Zeke, Dogumentary TV, the internet's #1 channel for dog lovers. Now, you guys know I'm a big dog lover, and I am a lover of big dogs. Part of my inspiration for starting Dogumentary TV in the first place was just my fascination with large dog breeds. Living in the city, you see a lot of common dogs, pit bulls, German shepherds, whatever, but you didn't really see the Mastiffs, and definitely not the exotic Mastiffs. And part of my reasoning for doing Dogumentary TV was to actually sit down and document and bring those breeds to the forefront. And I've done quite a few. I haven't done all the Mastiff breeds yet, but I've done quite a few. And what I want to do in this video is share with you guys my favorites. Now, I did a favorites before, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, my favorite Mastiff breeds, 5 or 6 years ago. Now, time changes things. My body changes, my mind changes, my relationship to dog breeds changes, my living conditions change. And I would say in the last, 5 or 6 years, my tastes for the Mastiff breeds have changed. And I have a new list, and I want to share that with you guys today. So today I'm going to quickly go through my list. It's my top 10 favorite Mastiff breeds. I'm going to tell you a little bit about each breed, what I like about each breed. At number 10, I have the Neapolitan Mastiff. Love the Neapolitan Mastiff for its size and its visual deterrence. It's a very menacing looking breed, but very much a excellent companion breed as well. It's almost a large Velcro type dog. A lot of these breeds you'll find are Velcro-ish type dogs. The major negative that I will have for the Neapolitan Mastiff is obviously it borderlines on a giant breed, and I'm not into the giant breeds. I like the large dog breeds. The sweet spot for me is 90 to like 125, 130 pounds. At number 9, I have the Dog de Bordeaux, a great breed, wonderful breed, and an excellent guardian companion breed. Good for a state guardian, more so than personal protection, in my opinion. But that's exactly what I would need in my life. My biggest knock on the Dog de Bordeaux is that life expectancy is a bit short for me. When I invest in a relationship, when I put my love and energy into a dog, I like for it to last. My last dog lived to be 15 years, and that's kind of what I look forward to in owning a dog, is a little bit of longevity. I don't know that you're going to get that with the Dog de Bordeaux. At number 8, the Tibetan Mastiff, an amazing dog, no knocks. It can get large. It can get up to, 150, 180 pounds of weight, but you can get them smaller than that, and you can find them in a much more reasonable packages. If there is a negative, it's just that I don't have any livestock. I do feel like these dogs are a serious livestock guardian breed, and they really deserve to be kept with livestock or kept in an environment like that. I live in a city. I don't have the rural environment that I think is best for keeping a Tibetan Mastiff. If not for that, this breed would probably move up my list a little bit as well. At number 7, the Presser. Love the Presser. I think in a lot of ways it's a perfect breed. Nothing really negative to say about the breed. It can maybe be a bit too dog and animal aggressive for my taste, but I don't necessarily know that has to be the case. I've seen the breed on a spectrum of dog aggression, from manageable to super hot, and you can find manageable Pressers out there. In regards to any negatives, my biggest negative for the breed would just be inventory, I guess is how I would describe it. There's just not a lot of breeders, and the quality control of the breed, I'm not 100% certain of. But if you can find a good Presser breeder breeding great Pressers, you're going to get a great dog. They could be an amazing dog, and nothing negative to say about Pressers. At number 6, I have the Fila, the Brazilian Mastiff. Now, this dog breed probably wasn't on my initial list. It's just through recent contact and recent experiences that this dog has kind of shot up my list. What I love about the breed is that it's an excellent family companion, really bonds well and protects everyone in the family. And to a certain level, that could be its biggest negative, is that it is highly protective and can be very assertive in setting boundaries, which, you know, in a world that we live in where people aren't necessarily always respectful of other people's space, other people's possessions, or just common courtesies, you can run into some problems with an overzealous feeling. So that would be the only negative. But I have found that these dogs are amazing, like I said, amazing family companions. They're not as reckless as the internet stories will have you believe. All right, guys, at number 5, Dogo Argentino. By far the most athletic Mastiff breed on my list, and probably the most athletic Mastiff breed out there. Love the Dogo, great dog, great balance of energy and temperament. Solid working dog. The only knock that I have on the Dogo is I'm not into all white breeds. That's just an aesthetic thing. That's not a knock against the breed or a knock against anything. It's just a personal preference. With that all whiteness does come a propensity for deafness and other issues in terms of dealing with the sun. I live in Southern California. We get a lot of sun here. White dogs don't do that great in direct sunlight. So that would be if you want to call it a negative, that would be the negative. But, I wouldn't necessarily, I would just say, again, that's just a preference thing for me. It's not a negative on the breed. At number 4, the Bullmastiff. Love this breed. Amazing companion. High guarding instincts. Has incredible visual deterrence. When people see this dog, they're going to give you your space. They're going to protect, they're going to respect your home. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to break into a house where this dog is living inside. So I love that. Any negatives? I don't know if there's that many negatives with the breed. I'm sure it's not a perfect breed, but nothing about the Bullmastiff says that it couldn't live in my house. I love the breed, and it's number 4 on my list. Number 3 on my list is the Tosa Inu, another breed that has incredible visual deterrence. Not the companion of the Bullmastiff, but still a very solid companion. Very good, very, very high level, very high score in terms of guarding instincts and protection. The issue for this breed is not necessarily a knock on the breed per se. It's more so about inventory. It's not a lot of breeders in this country. It's not you won't have a lot of choices to make if you're going to go out and try to buy a Tosa Inu. So you're going to have to look long and hard to find someone that's reputably breeding this breed. At number 2, the Cane Corso. And this might have been number 1 the last time I did this list. I'm not exactly certain, but the Cane Corso is a solid breed, just like the Presa Canario. I think the biggest difference between the Presa and the Cane Corso for me, again, I hate to use the word inventory because it is a marketplace, right? You want to be able to find quality dogs, and the more people breeding, the better chance you have at finding quality dogs. There are a ton of people right now breeding Cane Corso, and actually that might be to the detriment of the breed, because at the end of the day, we still need reputable professional breeders. And right now, there are a lot of people backyard breeding the Cane Corso at this time. So that is a negative. I'm not going to hold it against the breed because I have discernment, and I can find, if I needed to go out and get a great Cane Corso, I know, like I said, based on my discernment, based on my professional relationships, and just my relationships within the dog game, I could go out and find an excellent Cane Corso. So that's why they're high on my list. I do believe there are too many people breeding them, and there are a lot of issues. I'm going to be talking about a new disease that's facing the breed. I believe it's DSRA is the acronym. I'm going to make another video about that, but that's a big deal. I don't know where it came from, but it's something that if you're looking to get a Cane Corso, you want to be looking out for. You want to make sure your dog is tested for it. I'm not going to talk much about it now because I don't have all my information in front of me, but I will be making a video about it. It's called DSRA. All right, guys, let's talk about the number 1 breed on my list, the South African Mastiff, the Boerboel. Again, this might have been on my number 1 or 2 on my list the last time. I don't remember. I didn't want to look at the old list. I just wanted to make a list about what I felt right now. The beautiful thing about the South African Mastiff is that it is a combination of power and athleticism when it is at its best. There are people out there breeding them to be 200-pound dogs. I don't agree with the 200-pound Borbal. They look beautiful, they look impressive, but they look like cars you don't drive. For me, 140-pound, 130-pound Borbal that's running, jumping, attacking, and tackling things is what I would want. And again, you know, inventory could be an issue. There's not a ton of people breeding them right or breeding them for what I would consider to be efficient working dogs, but you can find them. And if you find them, to me, you find by far the most complete Mastiff breed out there. All right, guys, so that's my list. If you guys would, please, in the comment section, give me your list. You don't have to give me your top 10. You can give me your top 3, your top 5. If you have time, give me your top 10. I'll take a look at it. Very interested to know what you guys are thinking out there. And trust me, what you guys talk about and the information that you leave in the comment sections does influence me, and it might lead to a video that I make sometime down the road. All right, guys, there you go. My top 10. All right, guys, this is Zeke. This is Dogumentary TV, the internet's #1 channel for dog lovers. Peace.